gene pools are limited, and this is particularly the case with purebred dogs. This is another one of my dogs, Riff Raff, who's the mother of these two. Riff Raff's a Lagotto, right? One of not very many in Australia, and I wanted to breed from her last year, and I needed to find a male, obviously, right? If I look around Australia for dogs with good temperament, because I want to breed dogs with good temperament, that's my #1 breeding goal. Looked around Australia, 3.7 million dogs, probably 3 million of them have got great temperaments, right? Huge, wide open gene pool. How many of them are Lagottos? Right, about this many. Tiny little box of Lagottos in Australia, most of which have good temperaments, but not all of which have good temperaments. Now I've got to find a male dog with a good temperament who is a registered Lagotto and not related to Riff Raff, right? How many? Maybe 1, maybe 2, right? It's hard to breed purebred dogs because you've got a limited gene pool. Not to say you shouldn't do it, but it's hard. We need to acknowledge that and work within it and get more Lagottos into Australia. Okay, but it is hard, you know, it's part of the fun, but it's part, and I had to fly her interstate on New Year's Eve and it cost me how many millions of dollars, and it was worth it because I got absolutely beautiful puppies and I'm not complaining at all. It's what I do, it's a hobby, you know, but it's hard, right? What else should we do? I think we need to talk to each other, and that's what today is all about. I think we have a big problem in the dog industry that we don't talk to each other, you know, so the purebred people hate the crossbred people, and the backyard breeders, oh my God, we're not going to talk to them, right? So we divide the world up into goodies and baddies, and I think that's not helping us. There are 20 million people in Australia, probably a couple of thousand of them care enough about dogs to work with them or breed them as a hobby or a business or something like that. Let's all work together to make dogs better, whatever you're doing, right? So who knows what a BPO is? Some of you breeders would. It would be a bloody pet owner. Oh, get off the phone, another bloody pet owner, right? We need to work with our pet owners. Our pet owners are the most important people on earth. If we don't get them on side, dogs could disappear because they vote, right? This is a wonderful pet owner on the phone. I need to talk to them, I need to educate them, I need to give them information. I need to sell them a dog that will suit their environment. So I think we should be talking. I think this carving the world up into good and bad is not helping any of us. And the distinctions are mostly arbitrary inventions anyway. So again, with Riff Raff, who gets to decide she's a purebred Lagotto? She's a purebred Lagotto because I got a bit of paper that says so, right? What if the only male I could find for her had been an unregistered Lagotto? So imagine somebody bred a litter of Lagottos and then died and their daughter never bothered to register them because they didn't know about dogs, right? Perfectly good Lagotto, has a pedigree going back to 1400s, doesn't have the bit of paper, he's no longer a Lagotto, and I can't breed from him and register the puppies. Right, so you have to acknowledge that we make up the rules, we make up the bits of paper, and we need to get better at doing that, I think. So I think we need to be more accountable. We need to get feedback from puppy buyers, we need to keep better records, do the sort of things that they do in animal industries, in cattle industries, in sheep industry, where everybody works together to keep databases so that we can take the industry forward. Compulsory microchipping, great idea, that'll help, right? We need to keep records. Last one, I think. We need maybe to think about refunding undesirable behaviour. Right? If I breed a dog and it has bad hips, I'll refund the purchase price. Would I refund that if the dog pulled on the lead? Would I blame the owner? Hard, isn't it? You know, whose problem is it that the dog pulls on the lead? So I think we need, you know, behaviour always could be the owner's fault, but I honestly think we need to certainly we need to take dogs back. So somehow we need to professionalise the industry while keeping the good bits of it. You know, it's wonderful that there's all these breeders out there who have 2 or 4 dogs and love them to bits, and that's how breeding should be. I don't want to see the whole world turned into puppy farms, that would be bad. Right? But I think we do need to professionalise the industry, and Kate Schoffel's going to talk to you about doing that with crossbred dogs, and I think that's terrific. You know, the sort of things that people are doing are great, we need to get on that. It is challenging because of the structure we've got and the fact that we don't talk to each other. Okay, so just to summarise, the general population knows less about dog behaviour than ever before, right? And lots of people have got negative perceptions fuelled by this unfamiliarity. They don't know anything, and media tells them dogs are bad. The behavioural demands on our dogs, I think, are greater than they've ever been. We have, you know, thou shalt not bark, thou shalt not run, thou shalt not growl when people stand on your foot. We have all these rules that are really hard, and they're unrealistic for some dogs. Most dogs, great, some dogs can't do it. Some dogs are not well equipped to cope with modern life. What do? Educate, educate, educate. Can't stress that enough. But I also think we need to look at other things, like socialisation and training, like taking more responsibility for the dogs that we breed. And I think the most important thing is we need to get a bigger focus on behaviour. So thank you.